Hello everyone, this is David from Automotive Press. I have a whole bunch of Toyota Tundra updates for you, along with some other interesting Toyota news. The 2022 Toyota Tundra Platinum I ordered way back in 2021 is finally here after a 3-month delay. But here's a big dilemma. I just have to wait maybe another 2 or 3 months to buy the hybrid version of the Tundra, or maybe even the Tundra TRD Pro. So should I actually buy this Tundra? It's at the dealership right now, ready to be picked up early next week if I want to go ahead with it. But I'm having second thoughts as to buying the Tundra right now because of a number of different reasons, not just because of some quality issues I'm seeing and hearing lately, but just mainly because it's only a few $1,000s more to get the hybrid version, which has way more power and torque. So let me know in the comments below what you think I should do. Should I go ahead and buy the Tundra Platinum next week so that I can talk about it for the next 3 to 4 months as an owner of the truck? Or should I just wait until maybe early summer or even late summer to buy the Tundra TRD Pro, or at least the Tundra Hybrid, which should arrive sometime between May and August of this year? I might even consider buying the Sequoia instead of the Tundra, so that's another option too. I need some feedback from you because I need to decide in the next 48 hours what to do to buy the Tundra Platinum, take it home and use it for many more months to come, or just let this one go and focus on the hybrid version of Tundra, or perhaps the Tundra TRD Pro or the Sequoia. This is a very difficult decision to make for now because it is a very expensive truck and you can't make this decision very easily. But here are some other interesting updates in terms of the Tundra. I have been asking some questions with a public relations group at Toyota Canada, and I've got some really good news. One is about the tow hooks, the beloved tow hooks that is missing in the 2022 Tundra. While I do have official words from Toyota that they are working on the installation of tow hooks as an option and that it is under study. I did ask exactly when the tow hooks might become available as an aftermarket option or dealer added option, and they're not able to answer that question. All they can say at this moment that it is under study and that they're working on this particular subject. So let's see how that goes, but at least it's promising because perhaps it will become available at some time later on. The second thing I want to talk about is the turbocharger issues that appear to be affecting some of the owners. It shows up as a check engine light malfunction, which leads to some kind of an actuator problem within the turbocharger unit, which I talked about in one of my previous videos, which is leading to a replacement of a turbocharger unit for the 2022 Tundra. Now, I think the whole thing has been blown out of proportion because if you go and look at all of the different types of forum out there that are talking about the turbocharger issue, there isn't as many as you would think. It is cropping up here and there in the Facebook forum, in the Tundra forum, but even when they did a polling to see exactly who were affected, the number appears to be pretty small. So I think it's a very small percentage of Tundra that was affected for the period of time, sometime I guess early build in perhaps late last year or early this year. And no one else seems to be having a problem right now. So I think the problem is already resolved. I did ask Toyota officially as to what's happening with the turbocharger unit, and they are not able to answer officially. All they say is that if there is any kind of problems with anything to do with Tundra, it's being resolved quickly, and they are looking to make sure that no one is affected. So there is no official statement in terms of the turbocharger unit, but I have a feeling that it's already being taken care of at the factory. And also, I know with the turbocharger problem, there was lots of fiasco in the beginning because it appears that the entire cab has to be taken apart from the frame to access the turbocharger, and I know many of you guys were very upset and surprised by that. Well, the good news is that even for a small percentage of people that were affected by the turbocharger problem, it appears that they can replace the turbo without taking the whole truck apart. It looks like they can access it from the wheel well by taking the wheel off and being able to reach into the engine compartment to replace the turbocharger. So that's actually a pretty good news because that means the actual work itself is not all that extensive, and it's probably just a few hours worth of work to replace the turbocharger unit with a new one for those people who are affected. I do still think that the number is very small. We don't know exactly how many, and of course I'm not here to give you anything official because we are not hearing anything official from Toyota. But for those people who are purchasing the Tundra moving forward, I don't think you need to worry about it. I think it's being resolved already. Another question I asked Toyota is about the software update for the Tundra, which we have been hearing for a while in terms of the actual infotainment system, but also the way it affects the remote start, because right now, when you do a remote start and then you go up to the truck and you open the door, the engine stops, and no one seems to like that. I believe and I heard that the software update will resolve that, so the engine will continue to run when you open the door. But I did not hear anything official from Toyota yet in terms of timing, or even if they are actually working to release that. I did hear through the grapevine that it is happening and it's going to be released sometime soon. But unfortunately, I don't have an official update from Toyota in terms of when that might be happening. I also asked about the supply chain issues, especially the semiconductor problem, and whether or not the hybrids and the TRD Pros and Sequoias will be delayed as a result. Now, as you know, there are other challenges we are facing in the world, so anything can happen over the next couple of months. But assuming that there will be no more surprises happening in our world, then what I'm hearing from Toyota is everything is on time. The hybrids will show up on time this spring. The Sequoia and TRD Pro and the Capstone will show up on time by late summer, before the fall. So it looks like by end of August, everything will become available and will begin to show up in dealership. So I'm very excited about that because I am leaning toward letting the gasoline version of the Tundra go right now and buying the TRD Pro version of Tundra or the Sequoia, or maybe the TRD Pro version of the Sequoia. So those are all the possible options. So I'm very excited that these are on time, and assuming everything else stays on track, looks like we're going to see a whole bunch of hybrids arriving very shortly in our dealership. Now, regardless of my decision as to what to do with the Tundra Platinum, I have a lot more stuff on the Tundra coming, including deep dive series on the engine, on the transmission, the ride, the handling, all that stuff still coming your way. So please stay tuned to my channel. If you can give me a thumbs up, make some comments, and subscribe, that'll be really appreciated. But until next time, I'm signing off for now. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.